Yeah. Good morning, Rameshwar. Rameshwar, am I audible?
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. I can hear you. Yeah.
Is my screen visible, Rameshwar?
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. I can see.
Okay, fine. So, in the last session, like yesterday, we have discussed about the customer advance processing. Okay, with the configuration, the same logic with the advances for the vendor. Yeah, we have done the customer transaction. And after that, it was the payment terms. In the payment terms, like we can specify the due date as well as the discount for a transaction. Okay, so we have seen like how to create a payment term. There we have specified 2 levels of discount rates and 3 levels of due dates. And after that, we applied that payment term with a baseline date on a purchase account. And once we did the payment, we have seen that system calculated the discount based on the rate in the payment term as well as the dates. Okay, because when we make the payment, we can be in the first term or second term or even the third term. So based on that, system calculated the discount and posted automatically to the the transaction. Okay, so for the configuration level, we have created one permanent term, and after that, for the automatic posting of the GL, we have defined a GL, and we have assigned the GL for the automatic posting. Okay, so that at the time of payment clearing, we have the discount posted automatically by the system. So system will calculate based on the rate and the date, and will post to the account, the GL payment term. And after that, it was foreign currency transactions. In the foreign currency transaction, like we know, there will be always a payment difference because of the rate difference between between two currencies. Yeah. So we have taken the example of a transaction with US dollar, a purchase in one date with one rate, and payment with a different on a different date with a different rate, so that we have noticed a payment difference. So if we convert the amount to the local currency, we can see there will be some difference amount. We say the payment difference. So that payment difference, if we are paying more than we are supposed to pay, we can say it's a forex loss. Or like this, if we pay less than the amount that we are supposed to pay, we say it's a forex gain. So for this one, first we have to set up the relation between these two currencies. So all the relation or the rate, everything will be maintained based on a rate type. Yeah. So we have seen the standard rate types like bank buying rate, selling rate, and average rate. And the rate types will be GB and M. So based on M, we have specified all these configurations. Yeah. So for that M, first we have set up one translation ratio between two currencies, US dollar and INR. The ratio in 1:1. And after that, we have given the rate. So by direct quotation method, we have given the value of US dollar in INR as 82 rupees, 82 rupees per dollar. Okay. Then we have made the GL specification. See, any payment difference will be identified as forex loss or gain and will be posted. So for that one, we have created these two GLs and we have assigned for automatic posting. Yeah. Then in one date, we made a transaction with one date, and in a different date, we have made the transaction with a different rate, so that the difference we have noticed that system has posted automatically as forex loss. Because here, if we convert this amount to the local currency, 80,000 rupees we are supposed to pay, but because of the rate difference, we had to pay 82,000. So 2,000 rupees we paid extra. The 2,000 rupees have been posted as forex loss. Yeah. So these are the main points we had gone through. So any question from this, Priyanka, Rameshwar?
No, no, sir. Only, sir, can you just, let us know about group currency and local currency, miss? I just miss confusion there.
Okay, just a moment.
Yeah.
See, this concept of this group currency, local currency, and all, like we don't have the topic of the parallel currencies. All these concepts will come with the parallel currencies. Okay. See
Okay.
here. You can see group currency specification here. Okay. See,
Yeah.
anyway, I will just give you an idea about how these currencies will be assigned. Okay, and how it will be working on. See, for example, our currency is company code currency, right? INR is a company code currency. So
Yeah.
automatically, system will take uh, this currency as the local currency. Okay. So beyond that, if there is any currency, we have to do the transaction. See, for example, think about you have uh, let's our company be in US. Okay, our company is a US company, but we are working in India. Yeah. So for this US company to do their operation in India, we have to create one company code with Indian standards. Okay, so let's say TAM. What was the company code? I think RT01. Okay, so let's say this RT01 is in India. So obviously their currency will be INR. All the transactions will be in INR. Okay. See, let's think about we have different company code with different countries. Maybe the currency also will be different. Yeah. Let's say we have another company maybe in UAE. Okay, let it be RT02. Maybe the same company with operation RT02. There the currency can be AED. Okay. Think about like for the entire group, what we can say valuation or the reporting, we have to do with US dollar. Yeah, US dollar. So what we have to do is we will, with every company code, we will specify this group currency. Yeah, we make this USD as a group currency. So here, company code currency will be, if you go for currency type, think about this currency type. Okay. So for this company code, which is the currency type for local currency? 10. Yeah. So in this company code, we specify 10. So automatically, we don't need to specify, automatically system will take currency type 10 as the INR for RT01. The same for this company code being that is in UAE, here company code currency will be 10. That will be AED. Okay. So beyond that, we can make a group currency. Think about for the entire system, this group currency is US dollar. Yeah, the currency type will be 30. Okay. See, here we can specify the group currency. Yeah, group currency will be specified here. Anyway, so always the group 30 will be, the currency type 30 will be US dollar. Then what we will do is here, whatever the transaction we make in the local currency INR have to be reported with group currency as well. Okay, so here we will assign 30. Here also we will assign currency type 30. So what is currency type 30? This is group currency of the system, and the activation is already there with the US dollar. So whatever the transaction we make with local currency in RT01 with Indian standards can be reported with the group currency also. Okay, so each company code we have to specify group currency. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going for the full activation, but I can show you something else also. See, for example, we'll go for let's take this company, Shine Private Limited. See, here you can specify which are the other currencies you want to go with the transaction. We can have 8 freely definable currencies, and after that, see, 3 FI currencies. So here you make it as 30, so that the same company code, yeah, can be assigned, or like will be assigned for the group reporting with group currency 30 also. So that currency type also have to be assigned to the company code. Anyway, we have to go for other configuration also, how the currency type 30 will get the rate from which transaction, maybe with the document. So here you can see the conversion settings. In the conversion settings, you have to specify if it is a group currency. See, if it is group currency 30, what will be the source currency? Say, for example, here for this company code, the source currency will be 10. Then there should be like a rate with set up between INR and USD. For this one, there should be a rate between AED to US dollar. So based on that and this activation also, here we'll specify, okay, so for currency type 30, the source currency will be 10, that is company code currency, or we can say document currency. So whenever you do a transaction in this company code with one currency, system will convert that amount to the group currency as well. But the backend configuration should be there. We have to activate that one for the company code. The rate specification should be there. The translation ratio like setup should be there, so that the currency transaction, whatever the currency we do the transaction, can be made or report with the group currency as well. This is the general concept of group currency reporting with group currency, or group currency, or any other currency. Yeah, the standard currency types you can see, and group currency is one of the currency. See, you can have separate controlling area currency, or you can have see, document currency, or is always different. It can be different because our company code currency is INR, but still for the foreign currency transaction, we made the currency with US dollar. So that is the document currency. We can consider this transaction as a document currency, and our company code currency is the local currency. This is the concept.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got the overview. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So this comes like with parallel currencies. You can read the parallel currencies. Just search with these topics, parallel currencies in SAP. You'll get more details in currency types, how the activation should be there, the translation ratio, and everything you can get there. Check with this parallel currencies in SAP. Okay.
Yeah.
So anything else, guys? All right. So next we will go for taxes on sales and purchase. Tax on sales and purchase. Okay. So here we will get, or we will discuss about like how we are going to make the configuration for tax processing. Maybe we can say the GST or whatever it is, the concept will be the same. Okay, we'll get a general idea like how the tax processing will be there. Yeah, see, for example, if it is a purchase entry, let's go for a purchase entry. Think about, we make a purchase of 10,000 rupees at the rate of 10% input tax. Okay, then how will be the remaining like line items of this transaction? purchase for 10,000 rupees at the rate of 10% input tax. Then how we can have the remaining entry lines of the same transaction? Yes.
Purchases 10,000,
Yes.
input tax 1,000 to vendor 1,100.
Correct. So input tax 1,000 we will assign to the vendor 11,000. Okay, so this is a like normal transaction we do. At the same time, if it is like a sales, we can make it as like sales amount. We can have sales account will credit with
Customer to sales to output tax.
yes, yeah.
Sales is 10,000.
Correct. So output tax
1,000, sales 10,000.
yeah, correct. 1,000, and with the customer we will add the total amount of 11,000. So this transaction will be, the sales will be with a 10% output tax. Yeah, this is the general concept. So once we take the case of the input tax or even this output tax, the same concept we will use for the VAT before. Now we say it's GST. Yeah, so think about this input tax. So with input tax, we say like it can be CGST, SGST, or even it can be IGST input. So purchase, we will say CGST input, SGST input, or even IGST input. At the same time, if it comes with the sales, we can say all these are output CGST, SGST, or IGST. Yeah. So if the same amount if we consider with CGST, SGST, then how much will be the amount for with the same transaction?
500, 500.
Correct. 500, 500. And here with IGST?
1,000.
1,000. Correct. Okay. So we'll be having one more line item with input CGST, input SGST, or if it is CGST, SGST, and at the same time it will be IGST with the same amount. It depends from where to where we move the goods. Okay. If we move the goods from like within the same state, we know it will be CGST, SGST. And if it is out of the state, we'll make it as IGST. Okay, so whatever it is, the concept will be the same. We calculate this amount on the purchase amount. So purchase amount we will consider as the base amount for the tax calculation. Okay, so purchase is the base. Purchase amount will be the base for the calculation. So from this base amount, we calculate the tax, and where we will do the posting. Posting we will do with the input tax GL. Okay, now we will see how system will make this purchase balance as a base amount for the calculation of the input tax, and how system will post the GL, the amount to, the calculated amount to the input tax account. Now we will see. Okay, so here for this transaction, for the system or for us to induce the 10% input tax, we use tax codes. Tax codes. So we have to create the tax codes. Okay. So if you have noticed with the transaction vendor invoicing, here we have the tax codes. Okay. So there will be a lot of tax codes. See now some tax codes you can see. Say for example, this is A1. Okay, we'll go for V1. V1, you can see 10% input tax. So we have to create a lot of tax codes. Yeah, let's say V1 is input 10%. Yeah, or V0 is input 0%. So we have to create tax codes like this. Let's say A1 is CGST or SGST 10%. Like this way, we'll make it as X1. Like this way, we have to create tax codes. And at the time of transaction, we have to specify the tax code. So based on the tax code, system will identify what will be the rate for taxes. Yeah. So if we specify the tax code over here, which means that we are assigning the tax code V1 for this transaction. Yeah, tax code V1 means 10% input tax. So first of all, from the tax code, system will identify the rate for the tax calculation. Okay, so system got the rate. Then how system will identify from where the tax to be calculated? Okay, think about we do input tax calculation. Yeah, input tax to be calculated from the purchase amount. Yeah, so we know the purchase will be the base. Purchase will be the base amount. Okay, so input tax have to be calculated from the base amount, and where system will post this entry. So once system calculate this tax, where system will post? System has to post to input tax GL. Yeah, so we already have the rate identified by the tax code assigned to the transaction. Then the tax calculated will be posted to an input tax GL. This is the general concept. Okay, now then how we will make this configuration? See, for making this, we have the concept of tax procedures. Tax procedure. Okay, in this tax procedures, we set up the control of all the transaction in the sense, or the control in the sense how system will calculate input tax, where system will post, all this say the control. Purchase will be taken, or purchase account or the amount in the purchase account will be considered as the base value. From the base value, using this rate, system will calculate input tax. That calculated amount will be posted to the input tax GL. This is the control. This control we specify using a tax procedure. Okay, so our configuration starts with tax procedures. First, we have to create a tax procedure. The T code will be OBYZ. In OBYZ, you can see there are a lot of tax procedures available. See, tax procedures. Yeah, see, country specific tax procedures will be there. So you can see tax AR, Argentina, Australia, so Austria, Australia, Belgium, it goes like that. Even for India also, we have a standard tax procedure. Yeah, see, tax INR. So anyway, here, if we open the control data, you can see some control lines over there with steps. Okay, so think about, we have the purchase value. Yeah, purchase will be the base value for us. Then here you can see we will be having a base amount. See, it always starts with the base amount with a step number. Yeah, base amount with the step number. So our step number 1, or maybe the first number, maybe even you can go for 1, 2, 3, but still we'll go, it's a standard like practice, we will go like 100, 200 like that. So any additional line we have to specify in between, we can do that. Even 1, 2, 3 is also fine. Okay, so then think about, we have taken purchase value or the base value in step number 100. Input tax calculation we will do in the step number 200. So step number 200, we will calculate input tax. Then from which line or which step system will calculate input tax from the base. Base is step number 100. Okay. So base is step number 100, so that input tax will be calculated from base number, like step number 100. You can see here. See, for example, here you can see an activation for a service tax. Service tax will be calculated from the base amount. See, step number 100. So from step number 100, system will calculate service tax in step number 250. So in almost all the steps, you can see a reference, but base, there will not be reference. We will see how the base will come. Beyond that, you can see whatever the what you can say, the processes, there will be a reference step number. So the value in that particular step number, we will be used for that calculation. Say, for example, if it is service tax, yeah, system will use the value in the base amount or the base, yeah, for the calculation. So here, base means purchase value. So from the base, which means that from step number 100, system will calculate the input tax. Yeah. So is the idea clear? How the purchase will become base or how the sale become base, we will see. Is the idea clear? This,
Yeah.
yeah, this is the controls. Control. Now, the calculated amount, say for example, here we consider this transaction, we got the 10% with the purchase value. So input tax have been calculated. The amount is 1000. Now with the posting, where system will post? System will post the amount to a GL account automatically. Okay. So remember, for automatic posting, we say account determination. We use account determination. We have already gone through some account determinations. So remember, the discount received or discount allowed we have specified. Yeah. Discount received we have specified. Discount allowed we have specified. Okay. Then it was with the Forex accounts we have specified. Yeah. So where we have specified this GL accounts? Anyone remember that? Where we have specified, in we use the transaction keys. I can make it something clear. Some transaction keys we have used. Transaction keys. So what is the transaction key for discount received specification?
OB0.
No.
BX.
Yeah, see, this has the transaction keys. With transaction key SKT, we have assigned a discount GL, yeah, and SKE, we assigned a discount received GL. Then we have discussed about BAL also. BAL is nothing but balance carry forward. That GL will be assigned to this transaction key. So always there will be like SKE or SKT. Even the Forex will come with KDF, and we have seen BIL for the balance carry forward. Similarly, input tax and output tax also we have to specify to some transaction key, or we say accounting key. Okay, so input tax GL and output tax GL we have to specify with the transaction key or accounting key VST or MWS. So this is the configuration. Now in the transaction line, we are not specifying the GL directly. We will specify the transaction key or accounting key. Accounting key. See here, the same line, if you check, you can see an accounting key specification is there. So GL assigned to this accounting key will be used to post the amount identified by the line 250. Okay. Same way here, there will be a GL assignment to the transaction key or accounting key VST that GL will be used to pass the amount calculated from here. Now, we'll come from the beginning once again. Purchase amount will be the base amount. How the purchase amount will become the base, we will see. So using this procedure, system will consider step number 1 or 100 as the base value. Coming down to second step, here system will calculate the input tax from the base. Yeah, so this is the reference. So from the base, system will calculate the input tax, and the calculated amount will be posted to GL assigned to the accounting key. In this accounting key, we already have the GL assignment, which means that the calculated amount of 1,000 rupees will be posted to the input tax account. Yeah, this is the flow, but this is the control of like how system will calculate a tax and where system will post the amount. Think about if it is like a output tax. Yeah, let it be in 300. Then from where system will calculate the output tax? If it is the case of output tax, then what will be the base?
Sale amount.
Sales will be the base. Okay. Then the case of output tax, what will be the reference number, line number, step number? From where system will calculate output tax?
100 only.
100 only, because 100 is the base. So for the transaction for output tax, or for the case of sales, base amount will be the sale amount. Okay, that amount will be there with the base. So from that base, system will calculate output tax, and the amount will be posted to a GL assigned with the accounting key MWS. Yeah, so this is the general idea of what I can say, calculating or posting a tax. This is the control. Yeah, so this tax procedure we have to create with this control. Now, first we have to create a tax procedure, and after that we have to assign the tax procedure. So what do you think, this type of tax calculation procedures, the controls and all, are a company code specific or a country specific? Do we have any company code specific tax calculation? For our company code, one type of tax calculation. So for the different company code, in like within the same country with a different type of calculation for the tax, is it there? What do you think? It's a company code specification or a country specification? Tax.
I think we can do it.
Country specific.
It will be country specific. So no company code specific taxes are there. Okay, so the tax procedure we have to create first, then we have to assign tax procedure to company code, sorry, to country code. Yeah, so first we'll create this tax procedure. Anyway, so at the same time here, if it is like the case of CGST, SGST, then how it will be? You have to create CGST input tax, yeah, SGST input tax, or even IGST input tax. The same way, like CGST output tax, SGST output tax, and even IGST output tax, you have to specify. Yeah, this line will be like this one. So here, one more thing, we simply said like base, input tax, and output tax and all. So here we have condition types. Basically, using the condition type, system will do the calculation. Okay, you can see the condition type for base amount is BASB. We are just discussing only the standard keys. So this is the condition type. Step number Okay, so this is condition type. This is the reference from or to, and this is the accounting key. Okay, fine. We have to use condition types. With the condition type, system will calculate from the base, will calculate input tax, output tax. So here you can see there are condition types. Okay, the base amount will be identified by the condition type BASB. Input tax, we have the tax condition type MWVS, and this will be MWAS. Condition types. So based on the condition types, yeah, system will calculate whichever the taxes we want, and using the accounting key, we specify the GL for posting. Yeah. Now we'll create this tax procedure first. Any question on this tax procedure? The control? Now we are not going for CGST, SGST, and all like that. Okay, we'll go for a single line as input tax. Yeah. Maybe for here, if you want to go for multiple lines like this, you can make a copy of MWVS and you can use here. So for example, this is CGST, then you can make it as what you can say M or CGST, CGS or ICGS or ISGS or IGS. So you can simply make the copy of condition type MWVS and we can make it as like this. So we can use like this. So in single line, you can use these 3 lines. The same way you can copy this one and make it as available for output taxes. Okay, when it comes to the accounting key, you can copy this VST and make the accounting key for CGST like CGI or SGI or IGI, yeah, or even CGO. So like this. For a CGST input tax, you can calculate the amount using this condition type. It can be a copy of this one, and the GL to be specified to this accounting key. This is how it is. So for the moment, we have given like a standard way, yeah, a general way like directly an input tax, but you can try like this. So now we'll create the tax procedure first. Yeah. Any question on this? The control. Let's go for a tax procedure, tax Reliance. Anyway, it's a 6-character alpha-numeral key. There would be the key for tax procedure, tax Reliance. Yeah. So OBYZ, if you want to copy the condition types, say for example, MWVS, you have to copy to these 3. First, you can go for condition types. Yeah, you will have the condition type here. See BSB for base amount. If you come down, you can see MWVS for input tax. Select, copy, you can create as ICGS or ISGS or IAGS. You can make multiple copies. Yeah. Then we are not going to copy anything. We'll go with the standard keys. Now OBYZ, come to procedures. These are the procedures here available. Then you can create a new procedure. Let it be tax lens. Okay, lens tax procedure. Yeah. Now we will add the control. Select, go for control data. We'll get a blank sheet. New entries. In step number 100, we specify condition type for base amount. So BASB will be the condition type for base. Here, no reference is required, or even the accounting key is also not required. Yeah, because the amount we specify to the purchase account will be considered as the base. So directly with the amount will come here. Just a moment. Yeah, directly we can go like that. Coming to the input tax, go for 200. We have the standard key MWVS for input tax calculation. From step number 100, you have to calculate the input tax, and the amount have to be posted to a GL we specified to accounting key VST. Yeah, the same line you can replicate with the CGSTs. You may have to have different accounting condition types and accounting keys, so that the same line you can replicate to 200, 300, 400 like that. So first line will be CGST input, SGST input, and IGST input. So here, say for example, here we'd go, then let me ask you one thing. Anyway, base amount will be with BASB. Then here, what will be the reference number? Say this is 100. Let's go for 200, 300, 400. Here, what will be the reference for CGST reference line?
100.
100 here.
100.
Yeah.
100 itself everywhere.
Yeah, all the way it will be 100. Okay, then how comes in the CGST SST? We will see. Okay. Anyway, same way 300 with MWAs for output tax calculation. There also have to be come from the base amount and MWS. Yeah, you can save it. So the control
Sir,
is,
what is that second column? 0, 0.
this is counter. System will make some counters for that. Okay, the system will will use these counters. You can ignore that. So beyond that, you can see there are a lot of activations like subtotals, like assignments and alternative or say required entries. A lot of keys still will be there. Yeah. See, subtotals will be there. So if, for example, some cases, so for Tax India, tax invoice. Subtotal lines are there. Yeah. No. I'll take another example like no. Here's nothing. See, sometimes like we have to go for some subtotals. Okay. Here I'm not getting any example for that. Say, let's say we have line item 100, 110, and 120. So line 130 can be a subtotal line from 100 to 120. Okay. See here, we can make it as a subtotal. Yeah. Then the reference we can specify from 100 to 120. And what happens is, because of the like rate activation and all, in this line, let's say the amount is 1000, or here if it is 100, let's say here like 10 rupees. Then in 130, we'll make the subtotal from 100 to 120, which means that this line item will be 1110. Yeah, like these activations are also there. Okay, leave it. Yeah, tax procedure. Okay. Any other question from this tax procedure? The control. Yeah. Now we will assign this tax procedure to the country code OBBG. With OBBG, we can specify this tax code to the country India. Already there will be some tax procedure, because one country can have only one tax procedure. So here we can change that one to tax REL. Save it. Okay, so tax procedure have been saved. Now we have to create tax codes, because by tax code we have to specify the rate. Yeah, say tax codes. Let's create these tax codes. So for creating this tax code, system will use this control. You can see that. FTXP. Let's go for a 10% tax creation. Let it be V1, the key be V1. Yeah. So we have to create a tax code V1. There we will make it as a 10% input tax. That tax code we will be assigning at the time of transaction. Okay. So now how we will create the tax code? System will ask for the country, because tax codes are company code specific, sorry, country specific. Okay. IN. Say the tax code we have to create. We go for V1. Enter. Here you can specify the description for tax code. Let it be input tax 10%. A tax type we have to specify. We have two tax types. One is input and one is output. Okay, so here it is input. Now we have to specify the rate for the tax. Yeah. Enter. See, here we will specify the rate. Now you can see already there one tax code was there in the system with V1. That's why automatically the rate came like 10. Otherwise, both the fields will be blank. Think about, we have made such a configuration. Okay, so once you come here, you will get all the control lines like this over here. Input tax, direct 10% have been given like this. Think about like we are about to create a tax code for CGST and SGST, for only CGST and SGST. Okay, see, we'll make this. Let's say you are creating a tax code, let it be X1, which means, yeah, this tax code you're creating, okay? Then how we specify the rates? What rate we specify in this line, and in this line, or any of this line, how we specify the rate. So here you can see the rate have been specified with input tax. See, this is the same control we have made with tax REL. Okay, so such a structure you will be getting. Then if it is CGST, SGST 10%, then what rate we will specify in this control line? What will be CGST percentage?
5%, 5%, 10%.
And here
10%.
10. Okay. See, one thing. X1 is only for CGST, SGST. So for the same transaction with the same tax code, we will not be calculating two taxes, right? X1 specifically means SGST and CGST. So no IGST to be calculated. In this one, for IGST, we have to go for a separate one, maybe for X2, IGST 10%. We have to create a separate tax code for IGST creation. Okay. So then what will be the percentage we specify here?
10%.
I'm sorry, can you repeat, Harish?
10%.
Yeah, I'm asking you the same question. So here, tax code X1 means CGST and SGST. System should not calculate any IGST with that transaction. So do you think in the same transaction?
So it will be 0 then.
Yeah.
In
See?
X1, IGST will be 0.
Yes. So see, we will not be having any transaction like, see, if we go for a purchase of 10,000, so CGST 500, yeah, or maybe 50, or SGST 50, and even IGST will not be there, right? This
Yeah.
IGST also will not come there. Either it will be CGST, SGST, or IGST. Okay. So if you use X1 here with this transaction, system should not calculate this IGST. IGST should be with a different tax code. If you use X2, then CGST, SGST should not be there. There it will be IGST. Then what will be the percentage over here?
0.
0. Here with the output tax lines. Think about the same. X1, which
We
means
have to use different tax codes, so
Correct.
all this will be 0.
correct. Yeah. So for that one, we have to go for a separate tax code. Let's go for Y1, maybe CGST, SGST 10%. Then here all this will be 0. Here you make 5, 5. If it is X2 for IGST input tax only, then what will be the rate over here?
10%, all zeros.
10. Like this?
0, 0.
Is it correct?
No, IGST 10, that's all 0.
Correct. Okay. See, it should be like this. So system calculate only one line item, IGST with 10%. So this is how system will bring the value, like whether this is 500, 500 with CGST, SGST, or IGST. So this 500 calculator will be posted to the GL we specify to this one, this accounting key. Yeah. So this is how it is. Okay. So 10%, save it. You go for tax code A1 for output tax 10%. The same way. A1. Then output tax 10%. A. Yeah, see here you can see one A1 is also there with only 10% have been given, the rate have been given in the output tax line. Here it is 0. So we have to create, that much of tax codes, the real scenario. There are a lot of tax codes we'll be creating because we know there are a lot of tax rates are there. Yeah, and the CGST, IGST specifications are there. So based on that much of tax codes we have to create separately. So tax codes. Yeah. The same way we can create V0 with input tax 0% and output tax 0% with A0. So no rates we will specify. Tax codes. Any question on this tax code creation? So we got the tax codes V1. There we specify the rate. Now coming back again, like this is the base amount. Or if in the case of sales, that will be the base amount. How system will identify the amount we specify to purchase account will be the base. Yeah. Now we will activate purchase account and sales account. We will activate for tax processing. Okay. That will be our next configuration. Activation of purchase and sales GL for tax processing or tax posting. Yeah. So we will activate GLs for tax posting or tax processing. The purchase account and sales account we will activate now by editing the GLs. We will edit purchase and sales account and we will activate for tax posting so that the amount comes to tax purchase account will be considered as the base value. Take purchase account, edit, come to the control data. Here you can see tax category. We can specify a tax category so that this purchase account will get activated. We can go with star. Yeah. All tax category allowed. So manually we can specify any tax with purchase account. Say for example, let's say we have V1 10% or V2 18% or V3 28%. So it goes like that. So we'll go for a general activation. The same purchase account we can use with any tax code later. Even without a tax code also, we can do a transaction, posting without tax. It will be activated, but still system will allow to post without any tax specification. Activate this. Done. Now the amount comes to the purchase account will be considered as the base amount for tax calculation. Okay. Same way, come to sales GL as well. Activate with all tax type allowed. Save it. Now what is our remaining configuration from the control?
Tax GL.
Yes, correct. Okay, so we have to create tax GLs and it should be assigned to the transaction key or account key keys VST and MWS. We have the control. Based on the control, we have created the tax code. There we specified the rate and also purchase and sale account have been activated to be considered as the base value. Now tax GLs creation and the assignment. Okay, so define tax GLs. So first we will create the tax GL and after that we will assign GLs for automatic posting. So 2 accounts we have to create. One input tax and output tax account. Input tax account we will create as an asset account. Okay. Let it be 200004. Balance sheet account, asset, input tax. In control data, we can use the tax category input tax. Input tax account. Yeah. It will be, this account will be an input tax account. Can specify a sort key if it is required. And one field status group also we can specify. So input tax GL. We got input tax GL. The same way we can create an output tax GL where we can copy to one series number. Output tax GL. Output tax GL will make it as output tax. Save it. Output tax. Yeah. So 2 accounts we have created. Now these 2 accounts we have to assign to the accounting keys VST and MWS. G code will be OB40 for this assignment. Yeah. Accounting keys, accounting determination. Go to OB40. See all the accounting keys you can see here. First go for MWS. Output tax. So this one we have used for our control line to specify output tax. So output tax GL will be assigned to this one like this. Coming down. MWS. Double click on this MWS. System will ask for chart of account. Say the similar screen. Some kind of same screen we have received for all the other type of GL activation also. Okay, now the transaction is MWS. For there we said it's accounting key, but you can see transaction key. First, save the combination. We can assign the GL here. Output tax 100004. Save. The same way we have to specify the input tax also with VST. Come down. VST. Yeah. Input tax. These are all the standard keys. Double click. Save the combination. Specify the GL for input tax, that is 200004. Save again. See, our configuration is done. Yeah. I'll explain the configuration once again. Tax procedure, we made the control using the condition type. We identify the base amount with BASP. The purchase account we have already activated to consider as the base amount. Now with other line, if it is for the input tax, system will calculate input tax from the base and will be assigned to the input tax GL have assigned to this accounting key. The tax will be specifically identified. The rate will be identified by the tax code we specified to the transaction. Now, we'll go for a transaction. So any question from this configuration before we go for a transaction? Go for a purchase entry. So every transaction, you have to specify a tax code. Yeah. See. The same way how we have been doing the transaction here, the difference will be why this. Yeah. The difference will be we have to specify tax code. Company code, select the company code first. Select the vendor. Date. Amount we will keep there. We'll come back to this amount because the amount we have to specify to the vendor will be the total. You have to calculate the tax with this transaction. Now, tax code. I think V1 we have not saved. Okay, anyway, no issue. V1. A1 we have not saved, I think. Only V1 is created. So if we specify a tax code here, that will be the common tax code for all the expense lines we are going to specify. Okay. Or if there is any expense, if it is a different tax code, then we can specify over here. We can change over here. Any tax code we specify here will be the common for all the lines. Anyway, purchase account. Amount. And also tax code is here. Go for a cost center. Yeah, enter. Why it's not calculated? Okay, so here, now you can see the balance specified to the vendor is the same amount we specified here. Okay, so it doesn't mean that system has not calculated tax. See, you can see like in 10,000, if you go and simulate, you can see something. See, that amount have been assigned as the total amount. To make this like this means like GST or the tax to be calculated on the purchase value, you have to do something.
We have to give 11,000.
No. If you go 11,000 again, so that should not be the proper way, right? So here we can make it like, yeah, see here, go to the editing option. Okay, if you're getting like this, if you don't want, go to editing option. There, activate this tax to be calculated on next. Activate this. Now you go back and check. Say 1,000 difference is there. See, now it is 11,000. So upon this 10,000, system has calculated the 10% tax and have been assigned to the vendor. So this much amount is pending with the vendor, 11,000. See, this is how it is. The tax code we have created here is V1. There we have given the value 10%, the rate, and now we can see system has calculated the rate from V1. Yeah, have been selected or be used to calculate the tax, and the total amount have been assigned to the vendor. This is how it is. One error message is there, error message. So we can check the log. So your system is asking to see the log. Go to log. Item 3 must be corrected. Item 3 must, which means like an item 3. Okay. Say tax to be assigned. Okay. Tax. Yes. We can post it. The same way, if it is a different tax or if it is a sale, yeah, we can make this entry possible. Tax will be calculated. Any question on this? Taxes. In the real scenario, we will be calculating or we will do the configuration even with the business places and section code. So you can see here business place and section code. Okay, so we will be having business places. So we have a concept like profit center. So the plant, profit center, and business place. So wherever you have a particular point where you calculate a tax, you will create one plant, one profit center, and one business place. Say for example, it's your head office. Okay, this head office you'll create as a plant, that it be 100. You'll create a profit center 100, and you'll create a business place 100. Let's say you have a manufacturing plant 1, that it be 1 ton. You'll create 1 ton, profit center, and 1 ton. Okay, manufacturing plant 2, 120, 120, 120, like this. So based on that, we will specify the GLs and all. For a particular business place, yeah, then which GL to be assigned. We specify business place here, so that a particular GL will be assigned. We say we have to specify the GL accounts accordingly. So here we are not using the business place and section code concept. That's why directly we have assigned the GL, the tax rate, and everything. But in the real scenario, we have such a concept. Tax calculation and posting. Any question from this? The same way you have to create with multiple tax codes with different rate, and sale also you have to check it. Any question? Okay, then we'll go for 10 minutes break. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So the next topic will be with house bank accounts. House banks. Okay. See, the bank accounts we use for a company code, yeah, we have to create as a house bank account. House bank account. Okay. So for example, we have an HDFC bank account. Okay. So HDFC bank will create as a house bank. The branch of this bank, we will make it as a bank key. Okay, so probably we use the IFSC code for creating this branch. Then the account number we will update using an account ID. Okay, so the bank itself will create as a house bank. Branch will be added with the bank key, and account number will update with an account ID. So every account number will be updated with 1 GL. It's a one-to-one assignment. Okay, 1 GL to 1 account number. If you have 10 account numbers or 10 bank accounts, 10 separate GL accounts you have to specify, and to that particular account ID, we have to specify that account number and the GL. Okay, so house bank, we can make it as HDFC. Bank key, the branch details we can use, let it be HD1. In account ID, so for HD01, we'll specify the account number and the GL account. House bank. Okay. So first we have to create a GL account. Then we will come to create an house bank with branch details, and in that we can add the account ID. So in the same house bank and bank key, we can have multiple account IDs. Yeah. So if the same bank or branch we have multiple accounts, means multiple account IDs we have to create. Maybe we can create it like HD01, 02, 03, like that we can create. So house banks. So first we will define a house bank. No. First we have to define the GL account. Okay. Define bank GL first. We'll create one HDFC Bank GL. The assert 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Okay, we'll make it as 5. Create a new account. Let it be 200,005. Balance sheet account, asset, HDFC Bank. Normally, whenever we create a GL account, we specify the maybe even the last 5 numbers of the account also. So for example, if it is HDFC, we'll make it as HDFC 23456. Then it will be easy for us to identify, yeah, the GL for which bank account number. Okay. In control data, we can specify any sort key. Field status group, we use the standard field status group G005 for bank account. And also we have to activate this relevant to cash flow. Yeah, because we make a payment from this bank. If the system has to consider that as a payment entry, this account should be a cash account. So activate this relevancy for the cash flow. Save it. So this is our bank GL. The bank GL we will assign to our bank account here. Now we'll create this house bank with the branch details with house bank key, and the account ID also we will update. Okay, FI12. FI12, we can see company code wise house bank accounts. Yeah, look at our company code, check which are the house banks available, select, double click. So no house banks are there. Yeah, so we'll add our house bank first. Go for new entries. Specify the house bank key. We can make it as HDFC. So HDFC. Bank country B, India. Yeah. Bank key. So most probably here we use this IFSC number, IFSC code. Okay. And create. Once we create, system will ask for the address details, being it's a new bank key. See, the same house bank key have been defined before. Then system would fetch the data, I mean the address details from that bank key. Okay, so we can make it as house HDFC Bank, some region which means state, or some state, city, branch, or any details we can specify here. Okay, save it. We can make it as region Delhi. Delhi is 30. Yeah. Enter. Save it. Now we got house bank and bank key updated. Now we have to create one account ID. There we will specify the account number and the GL account. For that one, come to bank accounts. Here we can see the entire list of accounts with this bank and bank key, house bank and bank key. Bank accounts. So here, no bank accounts are added, no account IDs are added. Okay, so create a bank account. So for creating this bank account, it's not possible with our GUI screen. Okay, with the NetWeaver application only we can have this. So system will divert us or navigate us to a browser. There we have to log in again with the same credentials that we have. Okay, so in that application we have to create the house bank, I mean account ID, using the house bank details, the bank key details, company code, and everything. Okay, so to add the account ID, create bank account. By now company code is selected. 3001. Bank accounts. Okay, so do one thing. Go back from here. Select house bank. See, now we have only one house bank in the list. Then go for bank accounts. It's not been saved or what? Let's say 3001. Yes, it's already been up, like opening in the back end. Why? Yes. Okay, just here continue. Yeah, system will navigate us to this NetWeaver application. Here we have to log in again with the same credentials we have. Yeah. Okay. And the password. Same ID and password. Login. So here we will update the details. Okay. First, opening date of the account. Yeah. So let's say 1st of April 2023 be the opening date of this account. Company code RT01. Yeah. If you enter, the system will take the data from the company code RT01. Coming down, specify the bank country, that is India. Bank key, this is our bank key. When from the drop down also you can take bank key. To enter, system will take the branch details from the bank key. Here you can see HDFC Bank, and here also the city and so on, so details will be updated. Currency, INR. Account number. Yeah. Account description. If there any special description we have to specify for this account. So for example, it's a salary account or some different account for a specific usage. Yeah, we can provide a description over here, or we can make it as simply a current account. Account types will be there. So we may have different account types: current account, savings account, maybe like packing and credit account, cash credit account, tax accounts, say salary account. So you can specify what type of account it is. Yeah, the company code, house bank, and the bank key. You can update these details. Then come to bank account connectivity. Okay, from this house bank account connectivity, you have to specify the account ID and the GL. The number we have already given. Now the ID and GL we specify with connectivity. And specify the account ID here, HD01, and the GL account. What is the GL account? 200005. See? Yeah. Then save. So bank account have been created. Anyway, we don't have the bank hierarchy on. It's not with us. So bank account have been created. Now, if we check again with FI12, you can see the details. FI12. Yeah. Check with company code. House banks. We have only one house bank detail, so that's why it comes like that. Otherwise, we can see as a list a particular bank and bank key, which are the accounts available. Now, by the NetWeaver application, we have created this account details. We have only one, that's why like this, or system will show us a list. HD01 with this account number added with this GL. Yeah. So, house bank accounts. In this house bank account, first we have to go with the check management. Different type of check transactions. Transaction in the sense like the processes we do with our checks. That we say check management. So in the check management, first we have to create a check detail for this bank account. Yeah, that we will say as check lot creation. Check lot, it's nothing but checkbook or something. Yeah, so we have to update the detail of a checkbook to the same account ID. We say check lot creation. FCHI. Let's say we have a checkbook with lot number or book number 2345 from the check number starting with 3000001 to 30000 30050. We will update a checkbook with the same account number or account ID. Yeah, check lot 2345 having 50 check leaves from this number to this one. Check lot creation, FCHI. FCHI. So always a checklist will be unique to this combination, a house bank and account ID. Account ID is nothing but the account number and the GL number. Okay, so for this company code, in HDFC House Bank with HD01, we will add a check lot. Yeah, go for change. Now check details are available now. Create lot number 2345 or check number 3000001 to 30050. A check lot of 50 check leaves. Yeah. Enter. Save it. Check lot. Now we will go for different processes with the check. So first, we will see how we can create a check. Yeah. So manual check entry. So here, how we do a check is our first check number is 3000001. Okay. So manual check entry is nothing but we update a payment details to this check number. Then where we can get the payment detail? See, if we do a transaction, system will generate a document number. Yeah. So from that document number, we can get the details. See, what are the details that most probably we add to a check? Which are the data we add to a check? Guys.
Pay and the amount.
Yeah, pay is there, amount is there. Anything else?
Pay account number.
Okay,
Date.
correct. Then date. Okay, so these type of details, whether it's who is the beneficiary or what is the amount and which is the date, everything is available from a document number. Think about we make a payment to a vendor. Okay, that from that document number we will get like what is the amount, which is the date, and even who is the beneficiary, who's the pay. Okay, so basically what we do is we make a payment document. Yeah, that payment document we will attach to this check number. Yeah, so this payment entry we will update to this check number. So first we have to create one payment document. It can be any transaction, but it should credit this bank GL. Then only system will consider as a payment document from this account. Okay, so we should have a payment entry from this GL account. That one we can consider as a payment document. Yeah, that payment document we can attach to this check. So system will take the detail from this number to this check number. Yeah, basically it's a digital updation. Physically we have the check number 30001. Yeah, so we will update digitally what is the data, or for what purpose we have used the check number 1. Okay, go for a payment document first. Make sure that it has been made or credited with that bank GL. Yeah, it can be any transaction, anything we can do. Let's go for a vendor payment for the moment. Yeah. So account. So before we have been using this cash account and all, but here it should be with the bank GL. Which is then only system will consider this one as a payment entry for this check updation. Okay, value date we have to specify, being it's a bank account. Vendor, it doesn't mean like it should be with F-53 only, or it should be to a vendor only. No, any transaction which credit this GL, you can take it as a payment entry. Yeah, anyway. Okay, we will make it as an entry again, this one. And even it can be a like a standard entry or a partial entry or residual entry. It can be anything. See, this is the document number. We can take it as a payment entry. So any transaction which credit the GL account, we can consider as a payment document. Like we can attachable to the check number. Now, how we will make this check or how we will attach the payment document to this check number. Okay, that is FCH 5. We have the document number, yeah, updated with company code and the year. This check number, yeah, updated with house bank and account ID. So these two combinations we will save, so that the check will be updated. FCH file. See, we can identify document number with this combination and check number with this combination. Okay, so check number is 300001. So this details will be updated to this check number. Yeah, and you can see from this document number, system has taken the party details, the amount details, and even the date to this check number in this account number in this bank. Yeah. So check number 1 has been created. Yeah. Always the digital data as well as the physical data should match. If you create a check number 1, then if you check in the system, okay, it should be there. So for the moment, we have used check number 300001 to make a payment to that party. And how we can check the details? We use check register. We have a check register. Through this check register, we can check the check details. FCHN. So now we have updated this payment document to this check number. Simply, we have created this check number. We check here. FCHN. The company code, that is RT01. House Bank, HDFC. For specific HD01 account ID, yeah, we can take the data anyway. Again, more filtering criteria is there. We can use. Execute. We can see the details. So for this bank details, HDFC Bank with this number, this check number have been updated with this payment document, and these are the details. So anyway, we have not encashed this account check number, or even we have not voided. We will see this void outside. Okay. So this is check details. If you go double click, you can see the detail for that. And even you can see which is the payment document added. We know the payment document number, but if you need the detail, we can go for the payment document here. So this payment entry we have added to this check number, and this is the register details, check register. So here we can see everything. Okay, clear? Check creation, manual check entry.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So now here you can see voiding. So we have the concept of check voiding. Okay. Then what is the reason for the check voiding? Now you can see we have used the check number 1 out of this 50 check leaves. So digitally and physically it matches. Okay. So by system, our next usable check is check number 2 from the same lot. Think about, because of some reason, like check number 2 or 3 is not possible that we can use. Maybe it got damaged or by mishandling or whatever it is. Okay, so physically the check is not possible to be used or issued to a party, but digitally in the system, check number 2 is a usable check. Then what we do is we do the voiding. We say voiding, void unissued check. This is a voiding of unissued check, so that we will remove the check number 2 or 3 or whatever it is, so that the digital data and the physical data will synchronize. System knows that 2 is usable, but physically if it is not usable and the check number 2 is not at all used for any payment updation, then we can consider that check as an unissued check, not checks not used, and we can void this check. Okay, that is voiding. Voiding of unissued check. We can go with FCH3. Let's say 2 and 3 got damaged, so we cannot use. We will update. That is give me a moment. So can I just like you are the host now? Can you make me the host, please? Can I just Yes, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I just make me the host? Are you there?
Hello, Kanaya.
Can you hear there? I think he's away from the system. Okay, let's see. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Come back. Fine. Now, voiding of the issued, unissued checks. Okay, so 2 or 3, like check number, we will void now for voiding for FCH3. See, remember for the reversals always we need a reason. So the same way for the check number voiding also we have to specify one reason code. Yeah. So which is the check number we have to void anyway. There's always check whether the company code or house bank account ID is the correct one. 300002, maybe a single check is possible, or even a series check is also possible. 300003, 2 checks. Okay, so 2 checks we can void with a reason code. We'll use a standard reason code. Maybe it's been destroyed or unusable or stolen or anyway. Yeah, you can use any of the reason. Simply void it. Void. See, 2 to 3 have been voided. Same details we can see in the register. We check in the register. See, 2 to 3 have been voided. There is no payment details, date, currency amount, nothing is there. You can see it's been voided by the user, and this is the reason, and the voiding date also you can see. Ramesh, okay, fine.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So, voided. Check number 2 and 3 have been voided. So even sometimes you may have to void the issued check also. So what would be the reason? Maybe if you have to void the issued check, is there any reason like or any kind of scenario it can be there to void a check which is already been issued?
Any reason like date mistake, name mistake, account number mistake, whatever it can be.
Yeah, correct. See, think about we have update all the things digitally, and when we were making this physically, okay, maybe we were writing or printing or whatever it is, think about we got into some mistake physically. Then by the system, like for example here, check number 1 is the one like by system that we have issued to the like Tata for the payment. But physically, if we got any error with the check, then it's not possible we can issue. So what we have to do is we have to void that issued check. We may have to create a new check, and we have to like provide to the party. So in such scenarios, we may have to even void a check which is already been created or issued. We say voiding of issued check FCH 9. So here you can see check number 1 for the moment it's been updated to the party. Yeah, let's check number 1. Yeah. So we have the details, Tata Technologies, 1,000 rupees, everything is there. Now we will void this issued check. Yeah. See, FCH9. Void issued check. Check number we can specify here, and the reason also. Will it be read during printing or printed incorrectly? Yeah, any reason we can specify. Will it be printed incorrectly? So we have to make a new check. So we are voiding this one. Void. Check number 1 voided, but payment document not reversed. See, this is the payment entry we have made. Okay. Still, we have to make the payment. to the party. So payment document, we should not reverse. We use the same payment document to the new check. Yeah, so payment is not reversed, only the check have been voided from the payment document number. Yeah, let's check the report. Now you can see check number 1, there is no amount. Even before we could see Tata Technologies, now it's not there. It's been voided by this user. This is the reason and the date. Check have been voided. That issue check have been voided. So if it is we have to provide the new check, then how we could make it? We should use the same payment document with the check number, which is the next check number we are having 1, 2, and 3. Then it is 4. Same way, we'll create new check number or with the same payment document. SH5. SH5, same payment document entry, we can add to the check number 4. 4 is the next check number we have. Same way, system will create new check with the same payment document number. Check number 4 have been created. In register, we can see that. Four is created. Now 4 is having the amount, the party, and all. So here we have voided one check number and we have issued a new check. So 2 processes we have done. Okay, so this kind of things simultaneously we can do by check renumber. Check renumber, but there is one condition. So now we have voided check number 1 and assigned to check number 4. Yeah, 1 we have voided and assigned the same document number to check number 4. This is what we have done. But if we do a check renumbering with FCH4, then what happens is, if, for example, 4 we have to void because of some reason, and we have to create a new check. Then what will be the check number? Check number 4 we can void and we can create to check number 2, 5. Okay. In the renumbering, only this is possible, which means the check number that we are creating will be the immediately next check. SH4, we have to renumber check number 4 to 5. So it should be the immediate check. Even a series also possible, maybe 4 to 5. We can make it as 6 to 7. Then 6 and 7 should be free here. But it should be an immediate check, next check. It's not possible 1 we can renumber to 4.